Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series of Artificial Intelligence. This is Sarvachan Verma and working as Assistant Professor at AKGEC Engineering College, Ghaziabad. And today in last lecture I have already discussed the artificial neural network and what are the different types of artificial neural network and what is the concept of neurons. Okay. But today, continue from the last lecture, today I will discuss neurons. Okay, so basically neurons I will already discuss, but this is the concept is correlated to the next lecture. So I will discuss first neurons. Basically, neurons are the fundamental units of brain or nervous system. This is the simple structure of neurons, individual neurons in a artificial neural network. Okay. You will see here every neurons will get input in the form of weight and signals. Then that this weight or from the entire inputs, then summation will be calculated. Summation will be calculated. You will see here, and then after based on value y, based on value of y, a activation function depends whether we are fire or not. Okay. Now I will discuss activation function. If we are talking about activation function, a activation function decide whether a neuron should be activated or not by calculating weighted sum and further adding bias with it. Okay, they are basic building block of artificial neural network. The activation function attached to each neuron in neural network and determine whether neuron should be activated or not. On what value neurons will be activated or not. This type of dependency done by the activation function. You will see here in this picture there is a n number of we can say the activation functions are there. You will see here first one is step function. You will see here step function will work on two values 0 and 1. This is used for binary classification. Okay, if y is less than 0, it means calculated value of y. If we get the weighted sum value is less than 0, then you will put the value 0, otherwise this is 1. You will see here this is the graph of this function. This is the graph. Second one is linear function. Linear function will get the value of y and this value may be from range minus infinite to positive infinity. This is the range of, this is the graph. If we plotting this, the graph for linear function, it will look like this. Second one is sine num function. This function will work from value -1 to +1 including 0. This is the range of this function. If you are working on a neural network and your value will be comes under this category, then you go for sine num function. Second one is sigmoid function. Sigmoid function is also called the logistic function. It is very useful nowadays. It is very useful activated function. You will see here the formula of this activation function is 1 upon e की power -y plus 1. It is work on both 0 and 1. This is give the curvature curve. Okay. And last one is ReLU, rectified linear unit function. It will work from 0 to infinite value. So these are the some example of activation function. Depends on summation whether the neurons will fire or not. This is done by these activation function. Now second thing is perceptron. Perceptron is correlated to the neurons. Architecture is same, everything is same, but basically perceptron is a category as a simplest form of a neural network. Second thing, it consists of a single neuron. It consists of a single neuron with adjustable synaptic weights and bias. Third thing, perceptron introduced by the Frank Rosenblatt in 1955. Second thing, a perceptron take more than one input and process that input and produce only one output, just like a neuron. Neuron, you will see here, it take inputs from various sources and produce only one output. You will see here, it will contain weight plus bias value. Okay. Now, second thing, it is used an algorithm to facilitate supervised learning of binary classification. Binary classification means, you will see here, this is a 0 and 1. It will give the result in two classes. Okay. And last one is, these algorithms enable neurons to learn and process elements in the training set at a one time. So this is totally about the perceptron. Okay. So there are various learning rules for perceptrons are there, but the architecture and components of perceptrons are similar as a I will discuss that. These are the components of perceptron. Perceptron may take input x1, x2, x1, may take weight. This is the again components of perceptron. Then it will contain summation function. Then it will contain activation function. Activation function is an independent part of perceptron. Okay. Now, you will see here, this is a simple example of artificial neural network. You will see here in this picture, assume that the neurons have a sigmoid activation function. Suppose these neurons use sigmoid activation function. Then second thing is, perform a forward pass and a backward pass. Perform a forward pass and a backward pass on the network. Assume that the actual output of y, this is the y, is 0.5 and learning rate is 1, and then perform another forward pass. You will see here, in this type of artificial neural network, we have two layers. First one is input layer and second one is output layer. You will see here, this is the signal x1 with weight 0.1 and this is the signal x1 with weight 0.04. Similarly, this is input comes from this neurons H3 with weight 0.8 and with weight 0.6 to this neurons H4, and the output of is V5. The output of neuron H3 is Y3 and the output of neuron H4 is Y4. Okay. You will see here, I am going to calculate the summation. You will see here, if we are talking about this H3, so you will see here 0.1 into x and you will take here 0.8 into 0.9. We will get this. Then this is the summation of this neurons, and finally I will going to calculate the activation function, whether the it is activated or not. Okay. When apply this, what is the function of this? 1 upon 1 plus e की power minus v. V is the output of summation. Okay. 1 upon 1 plus e की power minus 0.755. Okay. You will see here, I will get the output 0.68. Okay. Similarly, if we are talking about A2, we will see here the output of neuron H3, H4 is this. Similarly, if we calculating the output of this neuron, we will get this. This is the error because of You will see here the output of this particular artificial neural network is 0.5. I will get 0.69. There is a difference. There is a difference. This is the problem. Again, how we can rectify, how we can solve this problem? We solve this problem by arranging all the weights of our neural network by specific formulas and by specific equations. So this is a totally working about the artificial neural network, how activation function will work, how perceptron will work, what are the different type of activation functions, and what different type of artificial neural network types I will discuss. Okay. Now this is very important concept. This is a very every students have some doubts about this. Okay, what are the different applications of artificial neural network? So if we're talking about application, so neural network are regulating some key factors including finance, healthcare and automotive sectors. Okay, what is the application? First one is facial recognition. Facial recognition system are serving as a robust system of surveillance. This is very important and very good applications which is used in the field of surveillance. You can monitor everything at a remote location with the help of facial recognition application of artificial neural network. Second one is convolution neural network. It is very important and very hot research area nowadays, are used for facial recognition and image processing. Large number of pictures are fed into the data sets, perform various pre-processing, segmentation and features extraction algorithms are performed, and we get the particular, we classify a particular image in a particular class. If we're talking about class, suppose I want to find out the skin disease on a particular image. There is a number of type of skin disease are available, but I want to find out the skin disease like eczema. So I give the n number of images to our artificial neural network, and they perform some CNN pooling, filtering process, and then extracted part will be put input in our artificial neural network, and then they classify the particular image on a particular disease and particular feature extracted part. Okay, this is very important applications and very useful application of artificial neural network. Third one is stock market prediction. To make a successful stock prediction in the real time, a multi-layer perceptron MLP class of feed forward artificial intelligence algorithm is employed. Okay. Fourth application is social media. You can see nowadays Facebook, Instagram use the artificial neural network algorithm to study the behavior of your own social media users. Fifth one is defense. Neural network are used in logistic, arm attack analysis and for object locations, object detection. It is very useful applications of ANN in the field of defense. Sixth one is healthcare. CNN is used in image processing. The medical imaging data retrieved from aforementioned test analyzed and assessed based on the neural network model. Okay. Second one is signature verification and handwriting analysis, text analysis, image analysis. Natural language processing is the field of artificial neural network. No issue at all. Now, come to the next topic, kinds of machine learning. Okay. Now, you will see here, basically machine learning is a subset of AI. Machine learning is a subset of AI. okay, which enable the machine to automatically learn from data, improve performance from past experience and make predictions. Okay, so basically what type of machine learnings are available, you will see here. This is a type of machine learning. First one is, the machine learning is divided into 4 segments. First one is supervised learning, second one is unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning and reinforcement learning. Now, if we taking the example of these learning, you will see here, this is supervised learning is the example of medical image analysis. Unsupervised learning example of customer segmentation, market analysis. Semi-supervised learning is the example as like a text classification, just like the GPS data. And reinforcement learning, this is the best example, is driverless agent or driverless car. Now you will see here what is the meaning of supervised machine learning. In supervised learning, we trained the machine using the labeled data sets, and based on training data set, then test data will be supplied to a model, and machine and model predict the output. Now, second thing, label data specify that some of the inputs are already mapped to the output data set. Third thing, we can say first we train the machine with the input and corresponding output, and then we ask the machine to predict the output using test data sets. In supervised learning, we have 2 types of data sets are available. First one is training data set and second one is test data sets. If we are talking about training data set, we trained the particular model with a specific data set. When that model will be appropriate design, then we are going to test the performance of that model with the help of test data sets. So basically, in the supervised learning, we have both input and output are available. We provide in between our data and check the performance whether our model gives the right result or not. Now, category of a supervised machine learning is that in supervised machine learning, we trained the machine using the supervised machine learning can be classified into 2 types. First one is classification and regression. Supervised machine learning can be classified into 2 types of problem. The problem is, first one is classification and second one is regression. Supervised learning algorithm are capable to perform the classification and regression also. What is the meaning of classification? Classification algorithms are used, in next lecture I will discuss classification. Thank you.